produce it, but the burger was just insane. Would you say, what do you think, how do you think the food is different or do you, what's better about the food in New York and what's worse versus London?
I don't know. They know how to do a burger. Do you know what? I've had it with smash burgers. I don't
This is what Stu from Blackbird Burgers
Yeah,
is saying.
I'm not mad on smash burgers. Like, you know, what's that one? There's the new one in Soho. It's all right, but like in New York, they got a lot of smash burgers in New York, but there's a lot of old ones. There's one called Joe Jr. and I love it. It's this diner, and the burger's about that thick, proper crust on it, served pink. Like juice, when you bite into it, the juice that falls out of it, it's just so a bit like, you know, there's Red Hook Tavern, which is a new one, I haven't had that, but it's meant to be amazing. But this is like one of the originals, probably what these places were inspired by.
And how does it do it? Just bun? So what's
just cheese, American cheese bun, pickle, big pickle on the side, and then they call it a deluxe, comes with lettuce, tomato, and onion, you know, and fries. The fries aren't nothing to scream about, but the burger's just amazing. You know, it comes in a squishy bun. You know, like you got brioche buns and all that. You know, like and Martin's potato rolls and all that.
Yeah.
Their bun is just it's a bit like a Five Guys bun.
Yeah.
Which I do like those buns. And it's just an amazing burger, Joe Jr. Yeah, and. But yeah, and then there's another one called the Brindle Room in New York, which is really good. It's quite underrated as well. A lot of people know about it, but it's another underrated one. It doesn't have the following that like Red Hook Tavern has and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know.
What are some of the
all right, so the difference is,
yeah, go on.
I think like Black Bear Burger is the best in London. I would like to see them all a little bit thicker though, just a little bit thicker. So it's more like. It gets that little bit more juicy, a little bit more pink.
As in Black Bear?
Yeah. Well, all of the there was one called Stokey Bears. It went about 5 years ago, just disappeared, and that was thicker.
Yeah,
and it was amazing. You'd go in. It was in Dalston or between Stoke Newton and Dalston, and you go in there. It was a bit of a greasy place. You know, like the floor was a bit sticky and that.
Yeah.
But the burger was just unbelievable, and I don't know what. Like one time I went in there, he had like a hairdresser's in the back. Like,
that's jokes.
Yeah, it was a bit you know.
Yeah.
But it was. I'd love him to come back. Like the guy, I don't know the guy who did it, but I know people that know him, and they said he just decided to call it quits. But yeah, his was my favourite. And then now Black Bear came around. That I think that's the best.
Mate, well, the wings they do, because I was talking to Stu about his sides. So in the Canary Wharf site, they just do the main burger. They do like 3 burgers.
How many have they got now?
They've got 5. It says 5.5.
Oh really?
Yeah. But so the half is like, you know, like the what's it called? It's in like market halls. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not in the main. It's not its own restaurant basically.
Yeah.
But he was saying he was famous for the sides. I had the maple sriracha chicken wings.
Yeah.
Which is just absolutely banging.
I think I can't remember
super
what
crispy.
size I had. I went to last time I went was in Brixton.
Yeah. And then what are some of the weird kind of, we talked about, was it Joe's, what was it called?
Joe Jr.
Joe Jr.
Yeah.
What are some of the weird pizza places on your trip to New York that you found? Like, how are they doing things that you went in there and you were like,
yeah.
me,
Well, you've got the classic ones that keep it really strict. Like I said, they have they have a margarita or white pie, pepperoni.
That's it.
Yeah, a couple of grandmas. Some of them are doing like buffalo chicken.
On a pizza?
Barbecue chicken, yeah, and I would never eat those ones, you know. Ziti pizza with pasta on it and stuff like that. That one looks alright, to be honest.
Wait, is it like a pizza with pasta?
Baked ziti, yeah, so it's got like a pizza with like penny pasta on it and cheese melted.
Oh yeah, that'd be fair. If you're proper hangry, that sounds absolutely banging. Yeah.
Those ones, I just look at them, I don't eat them, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really do like pineapple on pizza, or people come and asking for chicken, and we don't do it. You know, we've only got 7 pizzas on the menu.
Yeah, what have you experimented with that's never got onto the menu? Like, what's the furthest you've pushed? The boat out?
we have a few off-menu items that everyone wants them.
What are they?
Vodka. Did you have that? No, you didn't have
No,
that.
I didn't have
the
that.
Vodka sauce, which everyone wants. I've done it for I started doing it for content creators. They'd come in and say, "Make us something a bit different, Tom." I'll do it. And that's everyone's favourite. But we just don't. When we get to the next place, we'll be doing that. That'll be on the menu all the time. Done a lasagna pizza, so it's like a white base, which is like ricotta cream base, and with ragu on it, and like garlic butter around the crust.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
that
amazing.
sounds so
yeah,
good, mate.
like, but it's too much. It's too much prep for this sort of shop. I find there's not enough space for it. So, yeah, but people are asking for that all the time. We done that with we done a collab a few months ago with Forno Bakery in Cambridge Heath.
Yeah.
Really cool bakery, and we done the lasagna pizza. We done just a classic margarita. We didn't do the vodka pizza. We done a penny vodka because they make their own pasta. So they made their own pasta. The fresh pasta. We done the penny vodka sauce, and we done a mussel pie. So in New Haven, they're famous for the clam pie.
Clam pie.
Yeah, they shuck fresh clams onto a pizza. It's a bit like a really, really like amped up garlic bread with clams on it.
So what, they take the clams out the shell?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. There might be little clams, or there be big ones that they chop up.
Like mussels as well, yeah?
Yeah, no,
That
just
sounds-
clams. We can't get good clams here. Get cockles and stuff like that, but you can't. I've asked Fishmonger, can you get me big clams that are all shucked? And it's like they just don't seem to do it. So what we did was we got we cooked a load of mussels in white wine
Ooh, yeah.
and garlic, and then we plucked them all, and then we just prepped loads of garlic, loads of garlic oil, loads of chili, loads of parsley, and we just assembled pizzas with mussels, garlic oil, parsley, and stuff like that. Cooked it, and we served that at the collab, and everyone loved that one. So it's like our version of.
Yeah, I've never had that. Mussels on a pizza,
Yeah.
like on a pizza, sounds absolutely...
Yeah.
Do you have cheese on it?
We put a little bit of parmesan and a little bit of mozzarella, but they don't in New Haven they don't.
Yeah.
They put a bit of parmesan on it, but
And why did New Haven become such a, like, little hotspot in the whole of the world for...
it was unknown. No, it's relatively unknown. New York gets all the press, doesn't it? Gets all the hype.
Yeah.
It's only I think it's only really the people in the know up until the pizza show on Munchies. That sort of, I think that might have really give it the real exposure it deserved, you know. And then Colin with his book and his documentary. I'm trying to think of some of the famous people that are on his documentary that are like that, you know, like Frank Sinatra and people that used to go to Sally's and stuff like that in New Haven, like in the 50s and 60s. I think Barack Obama maybe went to uni there, and he was a regular there. So you know,
Oh, because that's where, is it Stanford's near
No,
New
it's,
Haven? Was it Harvard?
it's either Yale or Harvard. It's one of
Well, yeah.
I should know.
Yale or
Yeah.
Harvard's near Stanford.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, it's in New Haven. It's in the town of New Haven.
That's mad.
Yeah.
So the what else I want to talk to you about how like you and Carl at Crisp. As I
Yeah.
said, I think you're opposite sides of London. Well, he's basically opposite sides of London, really. How did you become mates, and how are you trying to do your own thing but like not be in competition? Do you know what I mean?
Well, with me and him, it was, I don't know how we got talking, but it was on Instagram. I think like either he saw one of my pizzas that I posted, or I saw one of his. No idea how, and we just started talking, and you know. He doesn't have any. He's not like a guy that posts pictures of himself and stuff like that. So I didn't know who I was talking to, what he looked like, or anything. And we were talking for weeks and weeks and weeks about pizza, and it was like, you know, it's like
What were some of the messages on that exchange?
yeah, talking about like all the stuff that inspired us, things that we like, places we've been to. He'd been to New York. It was like talking to myself.
Yeah.
You know? And then he kept saying, "Come down," and he was doing it in his pub. Actually, before me, because he had like a little wood fire oven. And he was doing it in the Chancellor's pub where he's doing it now, in the back garden. And no one really knew about it, apart from, I'd say, his friends and family, a few locals, and the River Cafes down the road. And I think the River Cafe chefs were like, they knew about it. So it was very under the radar.
Yeah.
And he kept saying, come down. And so I went down, and I was just about a week away from opening up at the pub. And I went down and just sat in the garden with him while he was making pizzas in the garden. Had a go, made a few. So we just like, I've got photos on my phone of it, and that was for me. You know, like when I said people come here and they want to get the confidence to do something, that really spurred me on. Even though he made about 30 pizzas, and you know, it was going to rain, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nothing was, you know, like organised. I was like, This is, yeah. I was really excited then for like the week that was coming when I was about to.
And how's your